Jesus. Okay. Hello, everybody. We're not doing any intro today. We're just getting into it. Quick, quick, quick. I'm already running late. I forgot that I had left my PC to do an update the next time I got on. So I was doing everything on my phone, and then I get on my PC, and it's like, "Oh, you're here. Let me install an update real quick." It's like, no. Alright, let's go ahead and call up Legend.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yep.
Awesome.
Cool.
Sorry I'm late.
It's alright. Happens. Okay, and chat, just let me know if the audio levels are okay. If anyone's too loud or too quiet, just let me know.
Yeah, same thing here, chat. Let me know if the audio is okay.
Are you live streaming as well?
Yes, I am live on the Twitch and the YouTube.
Cool. Cool. Alright, let's do this. If I remember, it's been a month since we played this.
The only thing I remember is accidentally dragging you into three wars you didn't want to be in.
Yeah.
That's all I
I
remember.
kept telling you from like the start of the campaign, hey, don't drag me into wars. So, yeah, I'll back you up, but just don't drag me in. It's better I get the jump on them.
I have it committed to memory now.
Yeah, that's right.
How you been, man?
Yeah, I've been good. Just doing stuff. Did a This Is Total War Ichiclaw campaign, which lasted nearly a month. Which that was a lot of fun. Many heroic victories. I think that was the most heroic victory ratio I've ever had in a campaign. It was 1 in 7 battles were a heroic victory.
Good God. Just the heroic
That's what
campaign.
happens. That's what happens when you use only one lord to defeat an entire army.
The game's just like, wow, this is amazing. How is this possible?
Yeah. How did everything go with the Texas storms? Though it seemed like they were pretty bad.
Yeah, it was. For us, it wasn't. I only lost power once. Didn't have internet for most of it because the grid was just like, it was just a mess. It was pretty wild though. I mean, we were lucky because I share an electrical grid with a hospital, so they didn't have us as part of the rolling blackouts. But it was, we were not ready for it. that much was clear.
Fair enough.
I've seen some winter storms I've lived through a blizzard when I went to college up in like the panhandle of Texas, but it was just, the wind chill was just horrible. I mean, you just couldn't go outside. Which for us is pretty unusual. Just because we never get cold, and all of a sudden it was like, oh hey, if you go outside, you're gonna get.
Not somewhere where I think about in terms of cold climate.
No,
sure.
Usually we'll get like an ice storm once per year, and it'll be like it snows, but it's not warm enough for the snow to stay light and fluffy, so it melts and then refreezes into ice overnight. So like that's what we get normally. This was the first time where we had like snow, and it stayed as snow because it was just balls cold for a week.
Yeah. Just trying to remember what we're up to in this campaign. I remember I was trying to set up an ambush for those beastmen, but I was setting up a trap, not so much an ambush, with some Croxigor bait.
Okay, we just leveled up to anyone again, so that's good. Oh, okay, I'm just outside the Tomb King capital, but I do not have an army that can take it just yet. I need better troops. Okay, we'll get a new thing next turn.
You can take that.
You think? With just nothing but skinks?
Oh, let's have a look at it. They got 7 units in there. Like, there's nothing. Like, you might just have skinks, but yeah, you can take that easily.
Let's see if we can get him to come outside. Oh, we can. That'll make this a lot easier.
Yeah, there we go.
Hey, Godzilla 2021. Let's see. If Liz were in the next DLC race, what units would I like to see? For me, well, I want to get the Troglodon. The Troglodon, like, aesthetic-wise, is my favorite dinosaur from the Lisbon roster, even though its rules have never been good. Every time Games Workshop tries to publish rules for it, it always ends up being, like, a weird half-bastard... Because they try and make it where they're like, oh, it's a shooting dinosaur, so we can't make it too good at melee. And then it just ends up being, like, trash every single time. Which is a bummer, because it's a really cool model. But for me, if I could get the Troglodon, if we could get the Kotal, which are, like, kind of, like, flying feathered serpents that can cast magic.
Put a link to your stream in the pinned comment so that people can see what you're doing while I'm not doing anything.
Okay, if you want, I can give you control of something, but if you're doing something else, that's...
You can be fine.
Okay.
I'll try. Like, this is not an exciting battle. You can macro this. That's up to you.
No, that's fine, I got it. Especially because, like, all of it's coming in on this side, so this should be pretty one-sided.
Yeah. Time Gaming did a $15 super chat. Alright, thanks dude, appreciate the support again. Only 2% upkeep, armies everywhere. That's a good point actually. With only 2% upkeep, do you know what would make for a really good co-op?
Huh.
Norska.
Wait, they only have how much percent upkeep?
2% upkeep per supply line. The thing that killed Norska on very hard or legendary is their supply lines. So if you've only got 2% supply line problems, then you can recruit more armies basically. If you're in a co-op campaign.
Norska would be pretty fun too, because you could do like a good worldwide takeover, but like strategically hit certain points.
Somebody would have to play Throg.
I mean,
and it's not gonna be me.
I mean, I like Throg more than I like Wulfric.
That's heresy.
Not because he's better. I just find him more interesting.
I think I've just had such a hate boner for Throg for such a long time.
You just don't like trolls. Is that what it is?
Yeah, I've always had a hate boner for trolls too, but I've been warming up to them a little bit with River Troll Hags. Like, I like River Troll Hags. Maybe I don't like the male trolls.
They are not nearly as interesting. Oh, Dr. Enigma, thanks for the super chat, my dude.
Actually, no, Northborough and Chaos won't work because then you can't fight Chaos to get that 75% bonus. What you want to do is Norska and Beastmen. Of course, then somebody has to play Beastmen.
I mean, I also...
even better still, Norska and Marathi.
That would be a fitting matchup.
Same corruption, and Marathi can just occupy any settlement that you can't occupy.
Do I think we have a chance at more FLC Lords in the Total War Warhammer 2 life? No, I think Warhammer 2 is pretty much done.
There'll be one more. Yeah, one more with the next DLC.
Yeah. So yeah, there'll be one more free LC Lord, but I don't think you're gonna see Thoric Ironbrow or like Neferata or anything like that. It's probably gonna be like another Beastman character.
I think Neferata's coming.
I don't think she's coming until Game 3, personally.
Disagree. Neferata's coming next Lord pack for sure.
You won't find me on that team. I'm on team Game 3 for her.
No. She's Game 2.
We will see.
They added the Silver Pinnacle. They
that
always
doesn't mean anything.
It does though. It does though. They always add in territory of the area where they're gonna put the next legendary lord. Like think about Albion. So they added Albion in, and then like another patch later, they added in Nakai, which is the start position.
See, I feel like going by that, though, when they added in more Kane, we should have gotten, like, a Strigoi character to take their, like, ancestral homeland. But they added the Martians of Madness and then didn't do anything with it. They just put it in and then never, like, maybe they'll get around to it, but they haven't gotten around to it yet, and that was added a long time ago.
Then she back to the $5 super chat. Admit it, it's the beard, and Frog has no beard.
He has a stolen beard. He has a dwarf beard.
Neferata with hat or no hat? She
Ah,
can leave her hat on.
yeah, I like the hat. Not everyone does, but
Italian Gaming did $25 super chat. Bring the pain. I like Beastman. Cygors plus Nurgle equal one of my favorite combos in the game. Yeah, that's pretty powerful for sure. Thanks for super chat. Appreciate you, dude. Now, I got a feeling that the next Lord pack is going to include either vampires, beastmen, and dwarfs. I don't think there's going to be any Game 2 factions in the next Lord pack.
I would literally sell one of my arms for that to be the case, but I think it's going to have a Game 2 race still. Even though I don't think that adds any inherent value, I think they just have a mindset where they have to do that. Yay, the Tomb Kings are dead!
He caused me to encounter all of the Skaven.
Yeah. Oh, that's because I advanced my plaque to the next stage. Or my prophecy. But I no longer get penalized for having Saurus, so that's nice.
Well, here's the thing about Saurus Warriors. On very hard battle difficulty, they're actually worse than Skinks.
That doesn't surprise me.
Unless you're playing as Gorok or Krokgar. Those are the only two exceptions.
Hey, Chambers of Blood, thanks so much for the super chat. When's the Q&A series coming back? Probably this week. I put out a news video that talks about it this morning.
What do you do with Vampire Count Skelly Blob? Once your enemy has AoE attacks and spells, you have to snipe those units before the main engagement, otherwise you can't go into a blob. Yeah. It's happened loads of times in my campaign. Somebody's had like mortars or some sort of magic spell like Burning Head. You have to snipe them. You've got to send your lord out there to either Spirit Leech them or you just got to get rid of them. Why are they worse? Okay, so the reason why Saurus Warriors are worse than Skinks on very hard battle difficulty is due to the combat modifiers. So if you're recruiting Saurus Warriors, you got to keep in mind that Saurus Warriors are way more expensive than Skinks. So you're thinking it in terms of cost, not just, oh, this unit is stronger than that unit. Alright, because you can get 2 Skinks for like 1 Saurus Warrior. The Skinks with Javelins, for example, at least they've got a missile attack, and the enemy is no stronger against missiles on very hard battle difficulty. Seth66 did $5 super chat. Game 1 faction DLC makes the most sense for this next pack, does it not? That's what I think as well, but there's no guarantee. Thanks, super chat.
I sent you my sacred plaques, by the way.
Yeah. Oh, okay, thanks. So, if you're getting Saurus Warriors, you keep in mind you're getting a unit that has that is basically going to lose in melee against units that are worse than it. So, for example, they'll probably lose to Orc Boys. Skinks will definitely lose as well, but at least you've got a missile attack as well. The missile attack really makes up for, you know, their melee being weak. And also, Saurus Warriors are super slow. So, if a unit is going to be weak...
do you want to be friendly with the dwarves? Do we want the dwarves as friends?
Right now, I don't really want to fight them while Pestilence is here.
Okay, well, so they're offering me non-aggression. That was all I was checking.
Oh, okay. Well, alright, so I was kind of expecting this to happen, and it's fine. I'm going to fight this manually so that I don't lose the general. But at least they took the bait. So, let me just explain what's going on here. I left this general out on purpose, and I've got another army behind him in ambush stance. I lured this beastman to attack this juicy Croxagore dude, who I do not care about, so that my other army can reach him on the next turn, and we can finish this army off in one go. The last thing you want to do is have a prolonged war against beastmen, because what they'll do is they'll just look for your least defended settlement and blow it up. Jolyon Mitchell did a $3 super chat. Brave boy up at 1:30 a.m.
I deeply hope it's Dwarves versus Beastmen. Oh yeah, man. That would be awesome. Yeah.
All right.
Did Rakarth and Lokir Felhart know each other? They would if Rakarth was talked about in modern lore. He was a character that Games Workshop essentially abandoned because they replaced him with Lokir Felhart in more recent lore. That's why they're from the same city, is because Lokir Felhart was a replacement model. This likely was because Rakarth the Beast Lord, if you go look at his tabletop model, he bears a very strong resemblance to Malekith's model. I would not be surprised if they were designed from the same sculpt, but just like slightly modified. They've never shared a story together. Like Rakarth just doesn't really exist in like all the modern stories, even though nothing ever happened to him. They just kind of like recycled him or stopped using him. But now they're going to be sharing a setting because they're. So I'm really curious if we'll get to see some interaction between them. Like maybe they'll have some unique dialogue or something here in the game.
In that situation there, if you're wondering why I didn't use the Crown of Command, it's because I didn't want the battle to go on any longer. I couldn't concede defeat, he would have died, I couldn't withdraw, so the best case scenario was a rout. I don't care about the Crown of Command. And now... Ah, suck my dick. I've got him. We've ambushed him.
Next generation,
Plan.
probably not.
Worked perfectly. I am a lizard with the Skaven brain. Sacrifice one lizard to get the whole pack. Plan went absolutely perfect. Because they never would have gone after us if this army was out in the open.
Oh, this is going to be a massacre. Was I around for the Chupacabra fiasco? What?
See where that Cygor is.
Do you mean like in real life? I think I live too far north for that. I live in North Texas. I don't live anywhere near the border.
Oh, it's over here.
Master Warhammer, what are you asking?
Hang on.
Grumpy Guard, you've mentioned there's an option to pester CA to give Nakai more official
should we
lore, like his
this?
weapon or so. How would we do that?
No.
Make posts on Reddit and on the Total War forums.
It's not as good when you do it with
and
Lizard,
tweet
mate.
at them.
I was just thinking, do you know about the ambush cheese? Ryan Bush did a $5 super chat. I demand proof that you aren't just 3 Skaven in a trench coat. Can't prove that. It's probably true.
He obviously is. I don't know what you're talking about.
You looking forward to new Dark Elf Legendary Lord? Rakarth, I'm not. I don't know his lore very well, and I'm not that interested in Dark Elves. So it's good to have more content, but I've been more interested in like vampires. Yeah, do you know about the ambush exploit?
No. And even if I did, go ahead and fill me in.
If you hide all of your forces during the start of an ambush, and you let them walk to all the way across the end of the map, and don't attack them, when they reach the end of the map, they'll form up and get into formation, and then any attacks that you do on them, as long as you remain hidden, they'll just suck it up and not move.
Really?
Yep.
Oops.
That's how I destroyed so many armies as Skaven. Just
hey,
hide
Loot Monkey,
until
thanks
the
for being here, my
ambush
dude.
was over, and their army just sat in a big blob, and I just kept casting Plague on them from the trees. They didn't move. Just kept casting.
At least it's an exploit that like requires patience, though. I imagine it can like kind of take a minute because you got to wait for them to walk all the way.
If you have 4 armies of dwarfs bearing down on you, and you don't have much going on, and all you've got is one lord, you're gonna be patient.
Yeah, I would definitely go with the patient strat.
Yeah. The dwarves lost a lot of battles against me. Okay. Top priority needs to be getting rid of the Cygor. I don't know if this is actually the best thing for me.
Lizardman, to be a beastman, you have to essentially be mutated.
Watch as my Saurus Spears.
You have to be an unnatural
totally
species.
I might actually go at this from a different angle.
Spin CT, do I think AOS will get its own video game like Total War? I mean, there's the company that made Dawn of War 1 and... Well, sorry, not the company. The developers that made Dawn of War 1 and 2 are making an AOS game right now. I don't know if it'll be good, but they're gonna try. I think there could easily be a Total War AOS, but probably not for like a decade. Like, AOS it's still a baby. It's only been around for like 5 years. It still needs some time in the oven, I think, before it's really ready for something, like, inspired.
Devil's Triangle did a 5-year super chat. Hey Legend, which legendary lord would you be the most excited about from a possible vampire counts, beastmen, or dwarfs? Neferata I'd be the most hyped for, because I just really like the vampire counts. And... okay, beastmen, don't care about them at all. Delete the beastmen from the game entirely, and I probably think it's a better game for it.
I see you share Games Workshop's philosophy about beastmen.
Yeah, beastmen are a horrible faction with nothing interesting going for them. If CA can manage to fix them, I'll be very impressed, but... yeah. If I was a
Potato, that's why I said developers and not company.
As for the dwarfs,
Relic is dead.
Malachi.
Yeah.
With a engineer slayer based themed force, like have slayer heroes and like more like thunder barges, I guess.
Oh, AV Extreme.
So I think that'd be cool if they did that. I don't know if they're going to. Dwarves haven't gotten a lot of love in Warhammer 2.
Yeah, dwarves and vampires got cheated in Total War 2.
Alright, so basically we want to lure their minotaurs to attack us immediately.
To all links, yes, I actually have a picture I could show you. Give me a second. While Legend's playing this, I'll go grab a book.
Gonna have to suck up that Cygor damage.
Could we get Slayer heroes? Absolutely. We had Slayer heroes and Lords in tabletop. Demon Slayers with the Lord variant and Dragon Slayers with the Hero variant.
So yeah, look at the Skink Cohort Javelins absolutely annihilating these Minotaurs here. Never underestimate the power of missile attacks. And meanwhile, these Saurus Warriors getting absolutely dumpstered on by Minotaurs. And these ones are too slow to get over there. Okay, let's see. Not yet. Wait for them to get a few more guys up in there.
If you were going to do Blessed Spawning Haunchi, unfortunately, the picture I have doesn't include that Blessed Spawning. But for Blessed Spawning of Haunchi, I would probably do, like, a really deep dark green. Like, almost black, but still a green. But I would do a very dark green for the Blessed Spawning colors. How old is Tehinawan, roughly? Tehinawan is in the ballpark of about 2,600 years old by the modern timeline.
Tehinawan? Isn't Tehinawan a different skink each time?
No, that was the old lore.
Oh, okay.
That was the old lore they did to try and and then in 8th edition they changed their mind and made him immortal for some reason.
Oh, okay. No, I'm fine with that.
Reach for the moon. We all know it's made of cheese.
Another good thing about skinks is that they're fast. Never underestimate the power of speed.
Yeah. Man, that goes for multiplayer too. Speed is such a freaking massive factor in the game.
Yeah. Like if your army is fast, you can sometimes overcome pretty good odds. But if your army is slow, if you're outpowered and it's slow, you're fucked.
Do Luther Harkin and Neferata know each other? Yes. Well, they met once. Neferata met. Well, actually, no, they met a couple times. But Neferata, unless you're counting the end times, Neferata only met Luther before or while he was Abarash's acolyte. She didn't meet him after he became an insane pirate. Unless you count the end times, in which case they did run into each other. She didn't like him very much.
What's not to like about an insane pirate with multiple personality disorder?
Yeah.
Look, I think that the people of the Warhammer universe are being really inconsiderate about somebody that clearly has a mental illness.
Oh, that's true. But Neferata has a pretty hardcore man-hating complex, which defines a lot of her life story. She has really, really bad history with, like, trying to trust dudes, and then they always end up backstabbing her, so she just decided that all men were trash and moved on with her unlife. That's why there's only, like, one male Lamian vampire, and even he ends up getting, like, tortured until he gets destroyed.
Is that Khalid Mustafa
Yeah.
or whatever?
Yeah, that's Khalid.
Yeah, the current faction leader of the Blamian.
Yep,
whatever.
he ends up running away from Neferata, and then he gets caught later by Archon the Black, who seals him in a coffin and gives him back to Neferata as a present. Ollie, no, we're
Archon the Black. He's in love with Neferata, isn't he?
they had an old flame. Archon, I don't think Archon can feel love anymore, but when he was
Let's just
alive,
say
they had a
that
thing.
He wants to bone her.
He certainly made his best efforts. Well, Chaos Dwarves have runesmiths? Not exactly. They have what are called demon smiths, but they have a relationship with rune magic, but they don't have runesmiths like dwarves do, and they have wizards.
Good question here. Would CA ever try to make a new faction with minor law ones like Nippon or Amazons? I'd say it's possible, but like I don't speak to them about that kind of stuff, so like I don't know what's in the mind of the developers. I'd say anything's possible. They might do it.
I mean,
Like,
this
This is what you gotta keep in mind. If they feel like that they can turn a profit off it, then they'll probably do it.
Yeah, I mean, we already have Vampire Coast, which was a super minor faction back in Tabletop, and now we are getting Cathay, which wasn't a faction in Tabletop, and even Kislev's playable, which was also a super minor faction. So I mean, that's already happened.
Yeah, because they can turn a profit off that. But like Amazons, yeah, I don't know about that. I don't know.
Yeah,
Maybe if like Warhammer 3 goes like bonkers level popular, they might run a DLC cycle for years after they originally intended. But I'd say that the likelihood of that is pretty low.
Yeah, when it comes to something like Amazons, I don't think you'd ever see them implemented as a race, but maybe they might do like a Dogs of War DLC that adds in like mercenary units to different parts of the world, in which case you might see like a unit of Amazons. That could be cool. Have I heard of what's been happening to the rattlesnakes in Sweetwater, Texas? No, I don't.
One unit I had to take out in that army. It was.
I don't keep up with a lot of like small
just what
town
you want to
Texas
see
news.
a tier 5 unit in a army at turn 18.
Why do I say that armored squig riders are from AOS? Because it was a model that was literally introduced in AOS. Those didn't exist before Age of Sigmar came out.
Niskimble says, absolutely 100% positive that Nippon will be a DLC faction. I'd take that bet. I'd take that bet and say it probably won't. I don't think it will.
Can I explain how magic affects Chaos Dwarf wizards? Tune into the Q&A. You can wait till then.
What do I want? Do I want money? Or do I want replenishment? I do like money, but I'm not in great shape.
But yeah, if you go search through all the greenskin lore and all of the greenskin model line, there's no such thing as armored squig riders. Like, goblins just don't wear armor like that. The idea of goblins wearing heavy armor was not introduced until Age of Sigmar.
Oh, that's good. Ancient plaques for more buildings plus 5%, research rate plus 10%.
Where it became a much more common thing. And armored squig riders are literally called Boingrot Bounders.
One of the worst items from one of the most difficult battles. Alright, if I lose the Altar of the Horned Rat, it's not worth anything to me, so I don't really care if Clan Pestilence takes it. Is that Skrulk? No. Oh, hang on. No. Army doesn't seem that great.
Good old Grey Seers. Nice reference, Joseph.
Alright, what do we...
Hey Darius, what's up? Hallowcam, going well, dude.
Okay, extra replenishment. I suppose would be good. That will allow me to take on captives more often.
What video card am I using?
So with extra growth. So there's a lot of good stuff in here.
I can't control graphics until my turn.
Engine Gameman did a $5 super chat. Do you think we could see Bretonia in the DLC, or are we gonna have to wait till Game 3? Love the content, keep it up. Thanks for super chat, dude. I don't think Bretonia is ever gonna be released as DLC content because the base game is an FL. That's not necessarily true. I don't know. But no, I don't think we're gonna see any more Bretonia in Game 2. They've already got a new Lord.
Yeah.
I don't think we're going to get any more than one lord for each old world race in game 2. So the next Bretonnian lord, if we're ever going to get one, will come in game 3.
Yeah, I don't see them ever doing a DLC for Bretonnia. I could see them giving more free stuff, but I think asking for, or making a paid content thing for Bretonnia after everything else for it has been free would leave a bad taste in a lot of people's mouth.
Godzilla 2021 donated $5.
Oh, not this again.
Since Scarven got a third DLC, I think Lizardman could get one, even though they might get the short end of the stick again.
Oh. Yeah, Godzilla 2021. Yeah, that's the thing I'm on. I think the Beastmen are going to be fighting Lizardmen. I don't want that to be the case, but I think that's what it's going to be.
Joins the Red Host.
You want Shogun 2 and Warhammer 3? Okay.
Hey, Dave Martin, thanks so much for, or Darth Martin, sorry. Thanks so much
How much
for
do you wanna
using your
bet
Twitch Prime
Nippon
sub,
will
dude.
be
I
a
appreciate
faction?
it. Enjoy the
If I
emotes,
make
my dude.
any bet that... Look, here's the problem. If I make a bet that it won't ever be a faction in Warhammer 3, I don't ever win until, like, there's no DLC left in Warhammer 3. So, you could win faster than I could win. That's the problem with that kind of bet. Because I have to wait for, like, 5 years before I win. Whereas, if they release Nippon DLC, then, you know, if it's the next Lord Pack once it's launched, you could win straight away. So, it's like a bad bet to make. But I don't know if I want to bet money. But I'm pretty sure Nippon isn't going to be a DLC. But I don't know. We'll see. Alright.
Could Ariel defeat Bellicor? Yeah, I mean, that'd be a pretty even fight. Ariel's a better wizard than Bellicor is, but Bellicor is more dangerous in a fight. Svan Uri, if they decided to do something unique with the Red Duke, I think it would probably be a Vampire Count faction with Bretonnian flair, not the other way around. I think the only way you could do a Bretonnian hybrid faction would be if you brought out Malobod. Malobod, you could do a Bretonnian faction that has, like, some Vampire Count flair to it.
Okay, get a better replenishment in there. Unless you're on Discord? Yeah, that's cool. That'd be better to talk about that stuff on Discord.
I hope the Dwarves, Nippon,
doing a co-op
and
campaign,
Snakeman and Fish People are DLC races for Game 3. That would be nice.
Because Sotek's obviously got to speak to his chat as well. And
That'd be a nice lineup.
All the time.
Ugh.
So yeah, if today was the day that you wanted to, like, ask a million questions, co-op campaigns are not the best time for Q&As. Let's see. God,
If I buy, say, Raging Heroes? What do you mean by Raging Heroes,
how many
Darius?
settlements does Pestilence have? We've got 7.
Didn't Amazons have Old One technology like Krokgar? If you go back to their really, really old White Dwarf article,
what?
yes. But if you go to their more
Well,
recent
Steven.
stuff, no.
This is your fault. I'm at war with all the Skaven. Yeah, it's...
Oh, well, I had no control over that.
Yeah, I know. Waiting Watcher did a €10 super chat. Is it possible to play 2 different factions, Dwarves or Empire or Elves, in a co-op campaign? By the way, I really like your videos. Thanks, dude. Thanks for the chat. In Vortex campaign, no, you have to play the same race. In the Mortal Empires campaign, yes.
Yeah, Mortal Empires, you
can't
can play whoever you
different
want.
races in Vortex. It's quite restrictive.
Oh, it's a miniatures brand. Yeah, Darius, generally you can use whatever models you want in tabletop. Just, like, whatever brand. Just note that if you go to a Games Workshop, A, you need to have your models on the right size bases, and B, if Games Workshop is hosting a tournament, they might demand that you use Citadel models.
Shit! I'm also at war with Clan Scryer. I'm gonna have to go deal with that.
I am coming north. Like, I don't have any more enemies except for Clan Pestilence, so I'm coming north now.
I don't want to be at war with Clan Scryer. I need to wall up. Luckily, I had a look at their strength ranking. I think they got smashed recently. How many settlements do they have? 3. Okay. All right. I'm.
Hey, Grizomi, good to see you.
Send somebody over there
Hello.
to go and take Mouth of Conversion or whatever. Ancient Croxigal will have to do it.
Who would the
Yeah,
Beastmen be
these
fighting in the new
guys are pretty
DLC?
good smashing.
Probably Lizardmen.
Smashing rats.
Ninja Strike, I have done an SFO campaign. I played it all the way to completion. It's on the channel. You can go watch it. I think it's the Malagor campaign.
Is it worth picking up Sword of Cain as Vampire Coast? No. No, it's never worth picking up the Sword of Cain. Only pick it up if you want it. Okay?
Nicholas McLeod, thanks so much for the super chat, my dude. Thinking this is the last Lord Pack for Warhammer 2, what's your dream Lord Pack, no holding back? If it was up to me, personally, I think I would go with Dwarves for the matchup. I don't think it's going to be Dwarves, but I would do Dwarves versus Beastmen. I would do Thoric Ironbrow being the Legendary Lord, coming with, I would want, like, if I could have anything I wanted with very few restrictions, I would want them to get the dwarves to get the Shard Dragon, Rune Golems, a Slayer hero, so like a Demon Slayer or a Dragon Slayer. I mean, I feel like there's still 2 solid Lord packs worth of dwarf stuff they could add. But that would be like the main stuff, and then for Beastmen, go with Tarex the Brass Bull. For the free LC Legendary Lord, I'd go with Gorus Warhoof. For Legendary Heroes, I would give the Dwarfs Joseph Bugman, and I would give the Beastmen either Moonclaw or Slugtongue, and then give me all of the God Beastmen, so Pestigors, Slongors, Korngors, and Zongors, as well as the Jabberslythe and the Gorgon.
Jack Wild did a £2 super chat. I have the Sword of Cain on Throg Ledge. He won't die, help. Can't help you, dude. Thanks for the super chat. Appreciate it. Sorry, go on.
No, I was done.
What do you think about a Tomb King versus Vampire Council? Nagash links them, and the Neferata would make sense. It seems unlikely, but that could be good. But what new lord for the Tomb Kings would you get?
The only one left is really Remhotep the Visionary, who's like the Necrotech special character.
Yeah, so there's not much left for the Tomb Kings to do. Yeah, this your little faction-wide chapter penalty for going to war with Paul Skaven, that's really screwed me over.
Sorry, I wish there was something I could do about it.
I know that there's nothing you can do about it.
Don't worry, I'm coming.
really bad for me.
I hope Beastmen get the Praeton. Oh yeah, the Praeton would be super cool too. That's a lot of monsters to fit into a single pack, though.
Alright, looks like I might actually be able to save Altar of the Horned Rat. Okay, I need to get to the Star Tower, like, now. I need to destroy Clan Scryo now, before they build up. Because, yeah, nukes are not fun. Unless you're the one casting the nukes.
Is there a Q&A planned before Game 3 hits? Yes. Very soon. Super soon.
Do I want to auto-resolve that? Probably not.
Hey, Boom King, thanks so much for coming, my dude.
I can't afford to take any additional casualties. And 2 battles means more experience. I'm going to need that.
No, we're playing vanilla. There's no mod.
Vampire Coast.
Apophis? Well, Apophis wouldn't make a good Legendary Lord.
They couldn't pull any more Vampire Coast. Oh, actually, no. Vangeist. Vangeist. They could put Vangeist in as a Legendary Lord for Vampire Coast, couldn't they?
There's plenty of goofy people they could pull out for Vampire Coast. You could do Vangeist, you could do any of the other weird dead dudes from the Dreadfleet box. I did a video on a character from the RPG who I think would make a really funny... I think I had him down as a Legendary Hero, not a Legendary Lord. But there's a Strigoi Pirate Lord who's pretty interesting.
What about a Skaven Pirate Lord?
Yeah, there's an undead Skaven Pirate Lord. He's part of the Dreadfleet set. I forget what his name is, but his crew was his fleet was eaten by a giant sea monster, and then they ate it from the inside out, so they all died, and Noctilus resurrected all of them. So it's a giant undead Leviathan thing that also has a bunch of warp lightning cannons sticking out of it.
Ugh. AI can use nukes. Yeah, they don't use nukes the same way that the player does. They use a nuke and then they have
Cool,
a
Kyle.
time before they can use another one. So a certain number of turns. They don't actually
Vampires
have
versus
the forbidden
Canites.
workshop mechanic. I don't think.
Sorry, second.
I don't think AI Clan Skryre has the full abilities of the what the.
Oof, the dreaded double click.
What happened there? Stupid lag got me there.
What about Noctilus's brother,
Yeah, because the
Proctolus?
AI Skaven don't have food, so they can't purchase nukes. So they just get given stuff for free every now and again.
Who would I want the Demon Lords to be? For the Demon Lords, for Total War 3, I mean, there's so many demons they could do. At the very minimum, I hope they get all of the greater demons. So, Kugoth Plaguefather for Nurgle, Skarbrand the Exiled for Khorne, Kairos Fateweaver for Tzeentch, and Nakari for Slaanesh is my hope. And then Be'lakor is a undivided demon. Why does there not seem to be much lore for Beastmen in comparison to the Skaven? There is, it's just not as popular.
They don't have anywhere near as much as the Skaven.
The Beastmen have tons of lore, it's
just not interesting.
Games Workshop also, like, is infamously not supportive of the Beastmen ranges. If you play Beastmen in tabletop, you're already working yourself at a pretty serious disadvantage compared to a lot of other armies, just because they don't get a lot of attention.
Rightfully so. Look at me, I'm a cowman. No thanks. I don't know, I'm not very favourable towards Beastmen.
Really?
Could you tell?
I never would have guessed. Yeah, we're playing on Legendary.
Why are my burgers walking?
The burgers taste better when you have to work for it.
Yeah.
Does Be'lakor actually succeed in the lore? Sometimes. Not always. He kind of has, like, he has Pyrrhic victories. Because if Be'lakor were to ever, like, actually win, it would just basically be, like, a cataclysmic scenario. But he gets, like, he accomplishes some of his objectives while, like, losing an overall conflict. But he was the strongest creature of chaos for a while. Like, he was basically a 5th chaos god for a bit. Off scurry the runes.
I think that went pretty well, don't you? Too many casualties. Beefmen Stonk. Yeah, that's a good name for him. Although Minotaurs are pretty good. I gotta admit Minotaurs are good. Probably the best monstrous infantry unit in the game.
Do I think when Games Workshop launches the old world, they'll add mono-god factions to tabletop? Probably. You have to remember, in Fantasy, there was a while where you had to play mono-god. And then they split them up so that demons were their own thing and warriors were their own thing. Or mortals were their own thing. Because the beastmen and warriors used to be combined. And then, even later, they split the Warriors of Chaos and the beastmen apart. And then, in AOS, they've reunified everything into mono god, but the beastmen still kind of have their own thing, sort of. But I would not be surprised if Warhammer the Old World is mono god. But I imagine they'll have options where, like, if you want to run... So when we're going back to the Old World, there's a Everchosen that's about to pop up, which is Azavar Kul. And I imagine if you're running Azavar Kul, he'll let you go undivided, but that'll probably be, like, his special gimmick. Just like in AOS, if you don't want to play Mono God, you don't have to. You could run Archaon the Everchosen, Slaves to Darkness, and then you can still do Undivided. Because ultimately, the more options they give you, the more money they make, and that's what they care about. So,
sellouts?
Is there still snow in Texas? No, at least not where I live.
I have to make a very difficult decision here. Oh, sorry, Gargoyle987 did a €5 super chat. They just need to retcon them to be sexy cow women and see the sales soar. No, I don't want to see that either. Thanks for the super chat.
It would be moderately horrific.
I definitely want to see that. This army here from the Skaven is not that.
Hey, Aramaru, thanks so much for becoming a member, dude. Appreciate the support.
I could force march to the Star Tower and get there next turn, and I could launch the attack because I don't have a siege attacker in my army, do I?
For me, Beastmen are just AI rogue armies. Yeah, that'll.
What that other guy.
Oh, go ahead.
Sorry.
Yeah,
I don't have a siege attacker. I guess I could kick Gorok out for a few turns. Stupid shit. Hang on. Oh,
yeah, the Ultra of the... Why does he need Siege Attacker?
I want to use an exploit. I'm not going to do it. I could reach that Skaven army with an exploit. I'm not going to do it, though. Okay.
Do most people have guns in Texas? I don't know about...
The attack right away.
Yeah, probably. It's not something you talk a lot about, like, unless you're...
Because otherwise I leave myself open to ambush.
And the average, like, suburb, you don't really talk about guns a lot.
Like I said,
here.
I could kick Gorok out for a few turns.
It depends on where you live, though.
He's that important to the army.
Like, if your suburb, like mine, is super duper safe, a lot of people don't own guns. But if you live somewhere where maybe you're worried about home defense, then you will almost assuredly own one.
I'm gonna go for this. I see this being like we've got to take out Clan Scryer. They are so much more of a threat to us than Pestilence.
We have the voice of Karth now. Very cool.
If we're gonna do this, then I should kick him out now, so that his cooldown is. Ooh, hello. His cooldown is has already started. All right, and this one over here, I doubt I'd be able to take out that settlement with just a few of these.
Yep, they have announced Rackhart's voice actor for anyone that wants to go check that out real quick.
Oh, they finally announced it? Okay, good. That's one less thing I have to keep a secret.
Or at least they released a voice clip, because I see people in chat talking about it.
Let me have a look.
Does Sotek still like Dr. Pepper? You think that has changed in the last 2 days?
Hang on, let me just play this for people, see if they can guess. Alright, who do you guys think that is? Like, I know the answer.
Yeah, I don't know if we're allowed to say who it is. So I'm just gonna not.
We can't confirm who that is, though, can we?
I don't think so.
No, we can't give out any information. But we can let them guess.
Yeah, y'all can speculate.
Yeah, I'm gonna lose marks of the old one. Yeah.
Could Bellicor take on a greater demon? Yeah, absolutely.
Pestilence crap is really hitting me.
Bellicor can curb stomp greater demons.
See how we manage. Alright, I'm going... Yeah.
Simon, I don't think so the Snakemen I could see being possible for Total War Warhammer 3, the Naga of Koresh, but only if they decide to like really fill out the globe, in which case they're the dominant nation there, and it would be a really cool faction. But the fish people, I don't see the fishermen being playable. As much as I would kill for fish people, but I don't think we're gonna see them.
But I don't want to play as fish people.
Well then fine, don't play. You don't like beastmen, but you know.
No, you don't understand. I don't want to play.
How did Norska start worshipping chaos and why? They basically got forced to. They kept. I mean, They were kind of open to the idea initially, and then when Sigmar started taking over what is now known as the Empire, Sigmar basically told everyone to either sign up with him or get the hell out. And so the Norskins weren't cool with that idea. They didn't want to follow Sigmar, so he beat the crap out of them and forced them north, where they ran into the ancestors of the Kislevites, who also did not like them because they didn't want to share what little resources they had, so they also kicked the crap out of the Norskins and forced them even further north into Norska, which is super inhospitable, and they basically turned to worshipping the dark gods as a survival mechanism. But they went like really, really hard into the dark gods because it was kind of the only way for them to thrive up there. They've always had a relationship with chaos, but it got a lot worse once they went further up.
Honor to your ancestors.
Okay, you're being a pill. What about... Let's see if I can get some friendly elves here.
I bid you welcome, traveler. What would you wish to do?
Forging alliances.
So there's been a few guesses about the voice actor. I can't neither confirm nor deny at this stage. You'll find out soon enough whether it's true.
You must die.
Okay, I think we're good. Yep. You cannot do that as a legendary hero? Not on my watch. Hey, Darius Fair, thanks for the super chat, my dude. Oh, okay, have fun painting, my dude. I hope you have a good one.
Italian Gaming did a $5 super chat. Pretty sure it's Natalie Portman. Ah, you got it. Good job.
Ah, someone figured... Wow, I'm impressed he figured that out, considering how cryptic it was.
Oh, alright, yeah, 3 armies of Clan Pestilence up this way.
You're the cheese master. You can totally handle that.
Well, I'm currently dealing with Clan Scryer. Luckily, they just sacked Marks of the Old One, so that buys me some time.
Legend, save my co-op campaign.
Oh, please tell me. Come on. You gotta give me some more movement than that.
What if you'd right across score?
Man?
Never.
Are you...
Christoph, yes, I've heard it.
Are you kidding me? Jesus. Aww. Oh, how strong are they now?
James Spader voicing Be'lakor.
Man.
Remind me who James... Listen, I'm really bad with actors' names. I only know, like,
so annoying.
the characters
I didn't
they've
have enough
played.
movement to get there.
Like, I know actors by their character names, not by their actual names, because I'm dumb.
Shit.
So,
Well,
you have to remind me who James Spader is. Like, who has he played?
Let me try something. This is... Well, that's a bad idea. If I take Croak out of the army, that's a bad idea. I'm not gonna do that. Well...
Oh, yeah, James Spader. Yeah, I think he'd make
we'll
I think he would
find
make
out
a
what happens there.
kick-ass
Hopefully they don't have
Be'lakor.
Wolf Bomb.
I think he would make a great
It's only turned
Be'lakor.
21. Now might be a good time for this.
He has a super intimidating villain voice.
Can you hear it? Exploit to it? No, it won't work. That won't work in this situation here. And like I said, I'm not going to use that.
At least we can get a Skink Chief this turn.
Okay, there'll be a revolt here. Hopefully I can manage that. Oh man, they are going ham on me. Alright, did we get a decent hero? No, not really. Okay. Oh my god, that sucked so much. Oh well.
Ah, dude, Chris.
Couldn't do
Yeah,
anything this turn.
it's a shame they couldn't have got, or they weren't able to get Christopher Lee in on something. I don't know if he would have ever agreed to it. Well, no, he probably would. He did a lot of goofy projects.
So we'll just have to see what Clan Scribe gets up to. They're not currently as strong as me, but I have no idea where they are. All I know is that I've got to fight them now, right now.
Okay, I could get some new units. Oh yeah, let's get some more blowpipes.
I would have thought I would have had a lot more movement than that, but nope. Used up all of my movement just to land. Well, we'll see. I mean, if we can launch the attack on the city, we should be fine. Croak will be able to take out most of the rats by himself. And the other guy there just needs to hold the Skaven off while we deal with Clan Scryer. Why not build any walls? I'm going to build walls once we hit tier 3. Here's the thing, I didn't expect to go to war with all of the Skaven by turn 20. Thanks, Cult of Sotek.
That's the true magic of this co-op campaign. It's not to ally our forces, it's for me to drag Legend down.
This is way more difficult than what it would have been for me to just solo this.
Playing with Sotek is the true hard mode, not the actual difficulty modifier.
It's funny how they declare war on Sotek, but they come after me. It's okay, this doesn't matter. They either blow it up or sack it, I don't care. Cool, that's good. That works for me.
Can you leave a dislike? Yeah, sure, go for it.
This whole province was just... We were just fighting Clan Spittle, I think, for that. It's not high level.
David Spade is
Alright, they didn't attack
Be'lakor.
me, so I'm all good.
Oh, Lord. Please, no.
I can see Clan Scryer forces. Alright, now I've got enough movement to attack it.
We're gonna have to put a Lord at the Forgotten Isles soon.
Alright. And they didn't build walls. What level is the settlement? It's only level 3. But still, an elven settlement could be useful for us. Alright, that's good. Alright, it's not too bad. Alright, what do we need? I need more magic. More magic, please. Yeah, I need to get to that.
Do fantasy orcs believe in the effect of different colors? No, not in fantasy. Which is sad, because that's a really funny thing from
Alright, we
40K.
definitely can't auto-resolve it. But, yeah, this will be easy. They have a nuke as well. It would be good if they used
Gilbert Gottfried?
Because if I keep my forces fairly spread out, and we get hit by a nuke, especially if it hits a Javelin Men, I can just replace that easily.
Yeah, and the AI tends to usually be pretty trigger-happy with the nuke.
Can Sotek get Croak in this campaign? No.
No, you can only have... Croak is a special character, so you can only have one per, like, campaign, regardless if you have 1 or 2 players. Joe Rogan as Be'lakor, get that blasphemous bullshit out of here. Absolute heathens.
Okay, it's an easy settlement to attack. We just gotta watch out for the nuke.
When will Warhammer 3 come out date-wise? Fuck if I know, dude. Some point. We need an army painter. I suspect there will be one, but they're probably going to do it at the end once everything is in the game. That way it doesn't have to be updated. They can just release it once and be done with it. It'll probably be like one of the last DLCs.
If they're gonna nuke me, they're only gonna get 1 unit. That's all they're allowed to get.
Watch them somehow get like a perfect nuke and it just hits Croak and kills him.
Even if that happens, Croak is immortal, so I'll still win the battle either way.
Who's Be'lakor? Go to my videos and watch the tinfoil hat video that I have on Be'lakor, and it will explain everything.
My units to
He's
to
important.
1, not to get hit by the towers, and to 2, not to get hit by a nuke.
Does Malekith know that Snorri is Grombrindal? No. Malekith doesn't figure out who Grombrindal is until the end times. And yes, they were actually very close friends.
Will Spool did a €2 super chat. Yeah, now I can watch 2 streams. Alright, thanks dude. Appreciate the super chat.
Yes, also thanks Wolfspow for the super chat for the watch 2 streams. I appreciate that equal opportunity loving.
Getting it up over here a little bit, but it's okay.
Hey Mops, how's it going? Mops? One of those? Realistically, could the Skaven nuke actually kill Croak lore-wise?
Man, I wish
Probably
my
not.
buddy Menace Below's fought to the death like that.
But the Skaven also did not really have workable nukes in the lore. They were very, 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 very
Oh, there it
rare.
is.
Yep, there it goes.
And that unit is definitely dead. That's a dead Saurus Spear. Yeah, if only one more had survived.
Those 5 brave
Oh.
heroes.
But by keeping my unit spread out, at least we mitigated the damage, and now I can move them in now. We don't have to worry about that.
Which faction would
So that's a dead
Genevieve be
unit.
in?
I'll just
Genevieve would
replace it with
probably
better
be a
units,
vampire count.
AKA Skinks.
Excuse me. Are goblins their own race? No, they're greenskins. Orcs, goblins, and squigs and snotlings are all part of the same race.
And now they can't use a nuke for 5 to 10 turns. I'm not actually sure how long of a cooldown it is, but it's pretty significant. Did Malekith turn to good sight when he became Malarian? What's Malarian?
Malarian is his Age of Sigmar version, and no, he's not good. He's just as much of a dick as he's always been.
Yeah, don't ask me anything about Age of Sigmar, because I have no idea.
Yeah, Malarian is the copyright safe name for Malekith.
What?
They-
Why would
that-
it not?
Because technically Marvel owns the name Malekith. So
Oh,
Games
that's right.
So
Is-
Games
isn't-
Workshop changed it in AOS so that they didn't have to worry about it.
Isn't the Dark Elf in Thor not Thor? Yeah, Thor.
And Thor 2, yeah.
Yeah, it's Malekith, isn't it?
Yep.
And it's a Dark Elf. Yeah, that's funny.
Are Noblars? Yes, Noblars are
Man, how much stuff
greenskins.
does Game
So are
Workshop
Hobgoblins.
actually copy?
Is Total War Warhammer part of a canon? It's part of its own canon. It's its own. You could kind of think of it as an AU or an alternate universe.
Might it be considered great canon? Okay.
Boo.
Cricket.
Boo.
Fair enough. Fair enough. It was a long shot. Sort of like great cannons.
Isn't Malekith just a character from Norse mythology? He's not, actually. I thought he was too. But I looked it up, and apparently no. Like, Malekith is not a thing from the actual myths. The first time he's ever showed up was actually in Marvel.
The birds. Not my fault. I work with what I can get, alright? I don't get good material to work with here.
Didn't Morothy kill Malekith's wife? She engineered the murder of Malekith's wife, yes. She's mostly responsible for it. Which is why Malekith, that is a notable reason why he hates his mother.
And also loves his mother. In
It's-
some ways.
What, you haven't heard of you haven't heard of hate lovin'?
Cool, I can just replace that Saurus Spear, so it's all good there. And we've just taken the Clan Scryer capital.
Yes, Malarian's
That's good.
race has not
Alright.
released yet. Why name
Why?
him Malekith if the name was already taken? I don't know if you know this, CF Bomber, but most of what's in Total War is stolen from other things. Or in Warhammer, is stolen from other IPs. Warhammer is not so much a unique universe as it is a unique crossroads between many universes.
I was thinking about
What are you talking
renaming the
about?
current
Bretonnia
crop
is completely
sophisticated
unique and not
trolls
stolen
that
from
might
anything.
cause problems with the person.
Yeah. Yes, the Green Knight has never existed in anything before Warhammer. Never.
Yeah, the accent as well, completely original.
The Lady of the Lake, Warhammer first.
Carcassonne, Bordelot. Look
I was-
at my wine.
I was thinking about renaming
Definitely
the
not stolen
current
from
Croc
anywhere.
scores to Gator Claws, but that might cause problems with Bethesda. Yeah,
I don't
right.
even know if I'd win that. I guess we'll find out. Well, we'll find out. Oh, God, I need some experience anyway.
Lord Croak is 100% original? Yes, Games Workshop really tried hard with that one, didn't they? A dead frog named Lord Croak. Why did they name him...
Yeah. Oh,
Why-
sorry, go on.
Why did they name him Malekith if there were copyright issues? I don't think the Games Workshop in the 80s gave a shit about copyright, or either that or before the age of the internet, it was not strictly enforced.
Yeah.
I mean, you have to remember, this is a British company and Marvel was an American thing, so I don't know if they ever thought it would be a relevant issue.
Yeah. Just like how I didn't really worry about channel copyright when I named the channel Legend of Total War. CA totally could have just like been like cease and desist. But they didn't, so I was lucky there. Luckily, I always had Legend of Total Cheese to fall back on.
Jaka Diago, I have no idea what you're talking about, dude. Did anyone pre-Warhammer come up with Aztec Lizardmen? I have no idea. You'd have to go back to the 80s and check. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if that existed in something else. That might have existed. I don't know what Wizards of the Coast had all done with D&D before Warhammer came out. Because it's worth noting that when the original designers of Games Workshop were creating Warhammer Fantasy, they did not care about fantasy, they cared about history. That was kind of like their big thing, was that they wanted to make like a really cool historical universe, but they believed at the time that fantasy was just more popular than history, and that if they wanted the IP to be successful, it needed to be under a fantasy lens. So they took a bunch of really cool historical stuff and basically like bastardized it using fantasy ideas, and that is what gave us Warhammer, which is why it's really, really awesome, in my opinion, because it's this, like I said, it's a crossroads between a lot of things, including fantasy and history. But that's also why they very rarely came up with original ideas that on the actual fantasy side of the spectrum. Like, one of the only things that they actually created themselves was, like, I think the Femir were created by Games Workshop, so were the Zotes. Well, maybe not the Femir, but the Zotes definitely weren't. The Zotes were horribly designed at first. It took a while before they figured out what they were doing with those. Is Sotek authentic from Warhammer? Maybe.
Man, I wish I could click right now.
What races are still missing in AOS? We're still missing Malarians, whatever the hell his guys are called, like Shadowkin or Shadow Elves or Shadow Dragons or whatever. We're also still missing... There's Gitmob Grots, which are like classic goblins. There are Grotbag Scuttlers, which are goblins that have flying machines. They're like an aerial, technologically based goblin faction. We're still missing classic orcs. We're still missing,
Yeah, if there's any question about Skink Cohort Javelin versus...
Those are the big ones.
What's it called?
But I'm sure there will be more
put it
stuff.
to rest. Like, they're doing great. You know, for their price point.
Aren't Warhammer GW twins with D&D? I don't know if they're twins. I think they did have some crossover, though. Like, creator-wise.
Hey, Legend, how do you show the outline of where units are placed on the battlefield? That would save me so much hassle. Hold down spacebar.
Is Legend of Total War canon Warhammer? Probably.
Coming. Alright, looks like we've absolutely crushed them here.
That's not how you spell Malarian. it's like Malekith, so Malaire and then Rion. So Malerion.
Zulaman13 did a $5 super chat. Hey Legend, what is your opinion on overcasting Pit of Shades? Because in my opinion, it is viable for melting heavy cap and stubborn dwarfs. Yeah, I guess you could do that. I usually don't like overcasting it, but that can work. Thank you, super chat. And
aren't the Skaven original? I have no idea.
We're getting some lag. Okay.
Why does Malekith hate snow? It's a reference to... Well, I mean, Naggaroth sucks, to be honest. Like, environmentally wise. The Dark Elves would much rather live in Ulthuan. But it's the I hate snow, I'm pretty sure, is a reference to Anakin Skywalker.
Okay, this one
And his I hate sand speech.
And I've used up all my ammo. Press the attack.
What's my favorite army in 40k? Tyranids. I love Tyranids. I think giant, horrifying space lizard bug hybrid things that mutate to solve any issue, and they can constantly break anything down and feed upon it to evolve themselves to constantly meet any threat. I think that's super badass.
Lag. Copyright.
Is the first Phoenix King still alive? No, the first Phoenix King died a long time ago. Anarian? He died when the Vortex was created. Is Henry Cavill coming to Warhammer 3? It would not surprise me.
They've been around. Which is older, Warhammer or StarCraft?
Warhammer, by a long shot.
Alright, well then, Zerga a copy of them. Alright, never mind. See, I knew about Blizzard stuff well before I knew about Warhammer. Sometimes I forget that Warhammer is actually older.
Yeah, the Warcraft was actually supposed to be a Warhammer game originally.
Yeah, they ripped off Warhammer.
Yeah, well, they were supposed to be a Warhammer game, and then Games Workshop tried to screw them over because Games Workshop didn't like the direction they were going with it and abandoned them. So Blizzard was like, all right, fuck you guys, we'll make our own thing then.
Which is now way more popular than Warhammer.
Yeah, I'm sure. Well, definitely Warhammer Fantasy. Like, maybe 40k is as popular. I doubt it, but you could maybe argue that 40k is as popular as Warcraft, but I would not argue that Fantasy is as popular as Warcraft. The nukes are original? Yeah, I guess. Yeah, it's StarCraft is very heavily inspired by 40k.
Yeah, okay, well,
like,
let's sort out that rebellion, but it's going to take us some time to recover from that. Alright.
Who's the most traveled greenskin? Probably either Grom or Grimgor. Do I think Thanquol will be released in Warhammer 3 together with Verminlord? Yes. I do think Thanquol will come with Screech Vermin King right behind him. When Malekith lost the first Civil War in Ulthuan and he went to Nagorond, he could have Man-Elf-Wizard as his subordinate ally? Oh! You mean male wizards?
Okay, Marmanukum did a $5 super chat. Skaven are pretty similar to Rats of Nim, Redwall series. Never even heard of those, but yeah, I guess so. Thanks, super chat.
I think I've watched the movie, the Secrets of... I think I've seen something similar to that. The Secrets of Nim, or whatever that old animated movie was. That had super smart rats. Granted, they weren't nearly as hilarious or crazy as the Skaven are, but maybe that might be where the idea came from.
Yeah.
That's the same level of bad of Selling Alaska. Yeah.
Okay. Well,
yeah, it is.
I haven't completely collapsed.
That's a good way to put it, Wolfspell. Yeah, Jaka Diego, Malekith had male sorcerers all executed or exiled.
Oh yeah, they're all the Vampire Curse. Okay, I think I can manage to eliminate Clan Scryer.
But that's because Malekith was paranoid. There was a prophecy.
Pestilence, because yeah, I can't be fighting a war on all fronts.
If we're
gonna lose some ground to get rid of some enemies, so be it.
There was a prophecy that a male sorcerer would kill Malekith.
Will Vectic the Unstoppable will be released in Warhammer 3?
That he took really seriously.
About that. Only 2% price increase, I thought it was 15%. In co-op campaigns, I don't know why, but in co-op, it's only 2%.
Get rid of one of these. Wait, no, not that one. That one. Okay, we are gonna have to put someone at the Dust Gate. Or not the Dust Gate, but the Forgotten Isles. So the war begins.
You get all these nicely undefended settlements.
Yeah, they're too busy attacking you.
Yeah. Well, my plan is to not let them get past Axolotl. So if you can manage to get to Weaksel within a decent amount of time, because you're not too far away from it, that'll definitely cripple them.
Oh, that's where I'm heading.
You'll see what the vampires in it. I think the vampires will get a legendary lord either in the DLC or as an FLC. Yes, I do think so. Because it could be people strongly believe that the next DLC is going to be Beastman related. I don't know about that. There's been no hints from CA. It doesn't mean it isn't going to be that way, but just not sure.
Yeah, CA hasn't confirmed or denied anything, so like anything's possible right now.
Yeah. Just probably not Skaven. Probably not. Although it would sell better if it was.
No more Skaven, please. Not until Game 3, at least. They've had plenty.
They haven't had enough.
So much Skaven.
Skaven are the only Game 2 faction that got 3 DLC lords.
That's correct.
But Lizardmen might get a third. I think they've probably got the highest potential for getting another legendary lord out of all of them.
I think it's going to be Lizardman versus Beastman for the next DLC, personally. Even though I would much rather have dwarves or vampire counts. When can you expect Oxyotl to pop up in Warhammer 2 in the Beastman DLC?
It's 100% Beastman. I know that for sure. How do you, unless you like work at
Wow,
CA,
you got a CA employee in chat. Look at that.
Yeah, unless you're a CA employee or a CA employee has leaked it to you, then there's no way you can 100% for sure know.
Did Malekith die in the end
Range is
times?
not good enough.
Kind
Do I go around
of.
there to try to hit them, or do I?
Was it because of Male Sorcerer? No, they ended up not using the prophecy.
Clan Pestilence isn't that strong now.
They should have used it, but they ended up not using it.
I really need more campaign movement range. Oh yeah, extra ammunition for skinks, that'd be good. Oh no, that's not good.
Why does Sotek like these Crocscore designs? I assume you mean
Like, they're not gonna take Itza
a different one.
because we've got 17 units in there, and there's some good stuff.
Have I seen the jade-blooded vampire fan art going around Total War subreddit? Yes.
Put a Croxigore Lord in here though. Oh god,
What about Hiles versus Beastman? No, it's too soon for another High Elf DLC. It's too soon.
I've been doing that a fair bit.
They were the one before last.
And I think I need to get to the mouth of Curvasia. Italian Game Meter, $5 super chat. Next DLC is
AV Extreme, I
Kobolds,
agree.
no doubt. Okay, yeah, could be. We'll see. Thanks for super chat, dude. Appreciate you. God.
Oh yeah, I guess you could argue that Malekith was killed by a male
sure that
sorcerer.
if I land here,
You could argue that
and
'cause
attack that,
he was
I'll be able to
technically killed by the
Fuming
actions
Serpent.
of Manfred.
Yeah. There's a chance. There's a chance.
Manfred
Not
or
very low
Archaon.
chance. Oh, hang on. Oh shit! I can actually hit it from here. Well, then I'll just go for that.
Who's my least favorite Beastman character? Ooh, my least favorite. I don't know. I mean, I really like all of them, to be honest, for just different reasons.
My dad works in CA. According to his words, DLC Beastman versus Vampire Coast.
I mean, you can't argue with that. His
don't
dad
think
works
so.
there.
No, I don't think so. That's total shit. I would say that the Vampire Coast are one of the least likely candidates to get another legendary lord.
He's invoking superpowers from the 90s. You can't argue with that kind of logic.
Croxigore Lord spam. Croxigores are best at tier 1. They're better than Skink Lords and better than Saurus Old Blood. Once the Saurus Old Blood get on a Carnosaur, they're better, but these are emergency armies only, really. Alright, no nuke this time. That's good.
Didn't we get Takai right after Tehenuan? I think so, but that's because we went into a new cycle.
Go out there and nuke them.
The Skaven started off the cycle we're in now.
Friendly with their nukes, like us.
I mean, you could do high elves, I guess. I don't think it's going to be.
Legendary cheese of all, legendary of all favorite units in one army. Okay, yeah.
Hey Hugh, how's it going, man? I'm doing all right.
Okay, those Jezzails, they've got to go.
Whomever. That's a good one.
Those. I mean, it's only Skaven slave slingers, but
you just gotta use strength on the truck. Tarix is hiding under the truck.
I wanted to get their attention.
Trust me, guys. I saw it. I saw it in a secret edition of Game Informer.
Problem is, because they're in loose formation, it doesn't do that much damage to them. But maybe this would be okay. It's just it's cheap.
When Total War Warhammer 3 comes out, what corner of the Chaos God Mortal Lords do you think will be released for DLC? For the mortal characters, at the bare minimum, I think we're going to get Valkia for Khorne, Village the Curseling for Tzeentch. I think Sigvald will just be moved over to Slaanesh. And then for Nurgle, you'll get Festus the Leech Lord, at minimum. But I could definitely see them giving numerous... I could easily see them doing 4 Legendary Lords per Mono God, which would actually be a lot, like 2 Demon, 2 Mortal, or some mix. I mean, you still have... I mean, for Tzeentch, you could do Egram von Horseman on his Chaos Dragon. You could do Galrach, the father of the Chaos Dragons. For Nurgle, you could do Tarmakon. You could do... for Slaanesh, you have characters that haven't been used in a really long time, but there's... I forget what his name is, but there is a mounted Slaanesh character who rides on one of the giant titty snakes. And you also have, like, Dakala the Accursed, even though she's technically a demon princess. For Nurgle, or I already did Nurgle. For Khorne, there's also, like, Arbal the Undefeated, stuff like that. Oh, Friedrich, yeah, we could do that, if you want. I don't know, can I even select him?
Another wretched foulism.
No, I can't. I can't. It won't let me.
Cursed Sotek spawn.
Did I hear titty snakes?
Yes, you did hear titty snakes. Thank you for the tip. Or thank you for the joining.
Yeah. Says titty snake. Suddenly, a wild major kill has appeared.
Yeah, Goms, thanks for using your Prime sub, dude. I appreciate it. Oh yeah, there's also Azazel. Yeah. Kalidor Dragon Tamers? Dude, if you put Kalidor Dragon Tamer as a playable character, that would be ridiculous. That'd be like...
Arian the Defender.
Yeah, that would literally be like putting an Aryan in the game. Like, those guys are a little too much.
Ooh, get that out of there. That's not good for that.
Which Chaos God am I the most excited for? I mean, I'm ultimately a Nurgle boy. Nurgle is my personal favorite. However, the character I'm the most excited to see would either be Kugoth Plaguefather or Nakari. Kugoth Plaguefather never had a tabletop model, though he did have rules. And Nakari, despite being insanely important, even in the Demons of Chaos book, never got playable rules. I don't know why. So, I'm probably the most excited for Nakari.
Italian Gaming today, $20 super chat. Final super chat of the day. Games Workshop and Warriors of Chaos. What's this? Sorry, what's GW stand for?
Games Workshop.
Yeah, just in this context doesn't make sense. It says GW and WOC merge rule set and universes for the ultimate online universe. Imagine how awesome and massive that game could be. Games Workshop and World of Conan? I don't know, like the context
I don't know.
of Like, what's WOC? Oh yeah, thanks for the chat, dude. Appreciate it.
Yeah, I have no idea what he means.
Yeah.
Arbol rides giant fleshhound.
I've never heard of that.
Did for anyone in chat that was old enough to remember this, did they squat Arbol when they released Karanak, the three-headed Cerberus fleshhound? Because it seems like it would be redundant to have Arbol riding a fleshhound and then also have Karanak, the fleshhound special character. Like, if you were going to give a mortal special character to Khorne, I would much rather them ride like a Juggernaut than a fleshhound. Oh, Wizards of the Coast. Oh, I see. I mean, there's been a lot of rumors that...
I never played Dungeons & Dragons. Like, I'm a nerd, but you overestimate the degree to which I'm a nerd.
And I mean, there's been a lot of rumors that, like, Games Workshop is either going to get bought by Hasbro, who I think owns Wizards of the Coast, or, like, vice versa or something. I don't know. But I don't know if that's ever going to happen, but there are a lot of rumors about it. I don't know if that'd necessarily be a good thing, though. No, I mean when the last time Arbol was playable, not when Arbol, like, Arbol existed in the lore in 8th edition, but I mean like the last time he was playable.
I'm still waiting for Gabriel Angelos.
Oh man, wouldn't that be a... I mean, it would be about as... from what I understand from 40k fans, him showing up in this would be about as lore accurate as his shenanigans in Dawn of War, so...
Yeah.
Man was accused of being a heretic and yet still got promoted to captain.
You do Skaven voices while you play Warhammer 2. I think you're closer to being a D&D player than you realize.
That's true. That's some tea right there.
Okay. I got nothing against D&D players. I'm just saying I've never played it. That's all.
It's fun. I prefer the Warhammer Fantasy RPG myself, but D&D does have its merits. Well, I know Arbol was not playable in 8th, 7th, or 6th edition.
Player? If no, then that's why I never played it. Because I don't have any friends who play Dungeons and Dragons. I don't have any friends in general. No. Alright, that should be gone. There's an ongoing Reddit theory that due to Neferata being heavily hinted that the next DLC will be Neferata versus Thorin Ironbrow, due to him dying versus her at end times.
I'd buy it.
End times content can't be used as like a guide for what DLC is going to come out, but you could be right. Oh yes, we wiped them all out. Nice.
Andrew, when I show off Rakarth,
because that'll know where to go.
it'll be solo.
Secure that province. Yeah, Clan Scryer's fudged.
Have I seen the Snakeman fan art on Reddit? I don't think so. Maybe? I think I know who. I think that was done by Ryu. Or so if it was written or drawn by him, then I've seen it. Because I talked to him quite a bit.
Okay. So with Crookie Boy, first spawning might be really useful just for now, just to get 5 extra public order into the province. Like, it definitely would be good to get Arcane Convergence. I don't want to have to come back here.
Uganda, I imagine they will find clever ways to censor Slaanesh.
I'll find some way to figure that out.
Like, they'll have it where, like, I mean, they managed to get Witch Elves in the game, and they didn't, like, extremely change their appearance. And if you can get away with Witch Elves, you can get away with Slaanesh. It's not that hard.
Derek Hippo did a $5 super chat. Would you voice act a Skaven character if given the chance by CA or another Games Workshop licensed game containing Skaven? Also, the chat smells like cheese. Alright, thanks super chat. Dude, I begged Creative Assembly to like try to get me to voice a Skaven, and they're like, nah, too cheesy. I was like, I'll do it for free. I'll fly myself there. Just give me a chance. Just give me a chance.
They should. They
Take
should.
my Warpstone tokens. They wouldn't do it. I begged them. Please, I'll sell out. I'll play Three Kingdoms. I'll do anything. Like, no. No deal. Ooh, that's good. I'll build that later. Hang on. Let me see what a... Ambush success chance. Leadership when fighting against... Oh, no, it's the only local army.
Itami, I've heard.
Income from post-battle loot, though, is good. I definitely want to build it, but right now, it's kind of more emergency to build that. And I need growth, and I need money, so... I'll build it later.
Maybe they'll do a nudity pack like the blood packs. I mean, it would be hilarious if they did. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, no, I don't think that's the way they're gonna go, because... Like, one of the primary reasons Major Kill can't get whitelisted is because of hentai stuff on his channel. So they definitely don't want that kind of stuff on their, it's not part of the business.
Yeah, CA is definitely one of the more, they have a more pearl clutchy interpretation of, like, teen and mature rating than some other games do.
It's not really, no, it's just, like, they're trying to not enter the like, they're not going to pigeonhole themselves into the more mature thing. They want it to be accessible for kids.
Oh yeah, I have no problem with it.
That's
like,
all.
I totally respect it, but, like, yeah, I don't see them doing
Like,
that. That doesn't match with the way they do
Creative
things.
Assembly, they are not prudes, but they want to make money, and for some reason they don't think sex sells. I don't know. You've got to upgrade money building. No,
Hey, Jim, what's
I
up?
don't want to invest in that until
Snakeman fan art was by
it's
Walking
safe.
Monster. No, I haven't seen it yet.
It's a lot of money to invest for a 90.
No, they're not. They're
I
not
suppose.
conservative. They're just overly cautious, I guess is what I'm trying to say. They're very cautious about like compared to other gaming companies. There are some game companies that are
just stretched really thin at the moment.
play really fast and loose with
really
like
thin.
M ratings.
Priest of Cthulhu did a $10 super chat. Legend of Total simping for CA lol. Here's some cheese for the cheese guide. All right, thanks, dude. Thanks for super chat. No. In all seriousness, I think that COVID hurt the chances of voice acting stuff because I can't get there. I don't know.
I actually, now that I think about it, I actually have a video
wanna
coming
build
out
this.
in the near
Yeah,
future
I'm
that
just
makes
gonna
fun of CA
build it. If I lose it,
a bit, which you'll see that when it happens.
we're just going to suck that up. Because this one here could just jump over us and get to Kupetsa. I've got some blessed warriors I could use in an emergency. Oh god, you know what? Should I recruit a lord here? Recruiting so many lords. Alright, I think that's
Yeah,
done.
Flatter, I've made a video about it, and I have contributed a lot
What
of
DLC
money
would
to
it
that.
take for you to play Three Kingdoms properly? Nothing. I'm just waiting for the DLC cycle for Three Kingdoms to end. It's not that I don't like Three Kingdoms, it's just I vastly prefer Warhammer 2, that's all. So, if Warhammer 2 didn't exist, I'd totally do Three Kingdoms content. But I don't see any reason to cover the second best Total War game, sort of thing. I probably wouldn't be making Troy content if Warhammer 2.
Tommy, sometime this month.
In my own time. It's just not that interesting. The Three Kingdoms DLC is great. I'm sure it is. They did give it to me. I just didn't try it. Because I don't know. Just kind of putting all of my eggs in the Warhammer basket.
Well, you have to remember, guys, we only have so much time in the universe. Like, we have to pick our battles, so to speak.
Yeah, that's the thing. If you try to do everything, you'll end up achieving nothing. Sometimes you just gotta be like, alright, I'm gonna focus on Warhammer 2 and do a great job on Warhammer 2. So, yeah. Ever since I've, like, hyper-specialized, it's been such a joy to do YouTube, as opposed to when I was covering all the different Total War games. Because you forget a lot of the nuances of all the Total War games, or other Total War games. And it's be like, oh yeah, that's right, that happens there, and then it makes you rusty all the time. And to be honest, even when I cover Warhammer 2 consistently, I'm still rusty at factions I don't play very often. How do you think Valkyria will be? Oh, they did do that. God damn it. Sorry, how do you think Valkyria will be implemented? Milestone hero for Khorne campaign, maybe?
No, I think she'll just be a starting legendary lord. Valkyria? Valkyria's she's way too big to not have as legendary lord.
What, with the launch of the game?
I don't know about launch, but like, it'll either be. Wait, what'd you say?
Kabanda first.
God fucking no, never Kavanda, never. Banish him back to his bullshit futuristic universe where he can jack off on blood angels for the rest of time because that's all he cares about.
Where did they go? I think they're over here. Oh no, they're doing exactly what I didn't want them to do.
What's my favorite Total War besides Warhammer? Shogun 2. I loved I still love, but when I was Shogun 2 had a dramatic
it's only
impact
Storm Vermin, right?
on my gameplay growing up.
Where normally Storm Vermin wouldn't be a concern. Okay. So what have I got? I've got access to 3 Blessed Saurus Warriors with spears. 2 Regiment of Renown. That'll give me 6 units in total.
Flatter, you can reach out to them. Just remember that they're a volunteer only system.
This guy here could make it to Quetzal. See, that's what they're doing. They're looking for undefended territory.
Well, Ko, you have to remember they're not showing people being like flayed alive in game, though, are they? And even to get people to be dismembered, you have to buy a special DLC that shows that.
It's not great units.
Like that's not in the base game. That's something you have to pay for, which is stupid.
8.
But like CA's obsession with
what I could do is recruit a lord.
It's mostly because of Sega, I'm pretty sure.
Up, then they'll probably just end up going
CA's
to
obsession with trying
really
to maintain
army.
a teen rating is stupid to me. I hate it.
The problem is, if all I've got are melee infantry with no missile units, there's no way in hell I'm going to beat that.
Do I think Mr. Mistopheles will be a caster lord for the Beastman event? Oh yeah, definitely. Without a doubt.
You'd think Saurus Warriors would beat Storm Vermin. No. Not a chance in hell.
What setting would I most like to see a new Total War in? Probably Lord of the Rings, if I could pick anything.
Why, you know, like Harry Potter?
No, not for a war setting. It's an alright universe, I guess.
Okay. Oh man, I have no idea what to do about that. I can't believe how long they're besieging Altar of the Horned Rat. They have more than enough force to take us out there. Man, how am I going to deal with that? And they've also got a wizard.
Well,
like
the Red Duke...
They can kill hundreds.
No. I don't think they're
no
ever...
no way in hell. I could hire everything I've got.
I don't know what they're going to do with the Red Duke.
Could soften them up, but that wouldn't be good enough. Chakwa over here. God damn it. What an absolute pain. I'm like right on the cusp of beating
Mydros? I don't know who that is.
Over there, save Quetzal.
Would I want it to hit him with body pillow? Yes. Legend claimed the teen rating is not the reason for the blood for the Blood God DLC. I mean,
Storm
that's
Vermin is shit. Storm Vermin's only shit.
It's complicated. It's complicated.
I don't have anything that's good against Storm Vermin. Because they're relatively armored.
What's my bet for the pre-order?
God, they really got me by the balls here. Because if I defend up Quetzal, they're just going to go to Chakwa. And I can't put too much effort in here. This guy here's supposed to... We could eliminate Clan Scryer right now. It's only a minor settlement. So
why does the new Legendary Lord have to be Dark Elves? I don't want to play Pontus.
Cancel that.
It's free! What do you care what it is? If you don't want to play it, then just...
Okay.
Shut up and sit down.
I could recruit a Lord here and put some regiments.
You don't even have to pay for it.
That might mean we can win it. Problem here is the Lord. That guy is going to be a real pain. God damn, they've really got me by the balls here.
Could the Incarnate Elemental of Beast be a Beastman unit?
Then
It
they'll play attacking
could,
them.
but I would
No,
prefer the Incarnate...
we won't do much. Like, I don't have any magic. We'll just get creamed.
I would
Won't do
prefer
anything.
the Incarnate Elementals to be used for Araby.
We're not playing Skaven. The Lizardmen aren't good at doing that.
This doesn't look particularly good. Oh, Skroak's down there.
Underway stance. Just trying to think how to go about this.
He's being so cautious and careful, and here I am just, like, not being threatened at all. Just casually taking my time, pushing north.
I'm in a really tricky situation here. I can't really see the... Why replace Legendary Lord? I needed a siege attacker. Gorok isn't a siege attacker.
Okay, we need
There
to
was
put
no
our
regiment of Banana or
Slon
anything
here next turn.
for it. Gorok is not a good Legendary Lord for campaign. Like, he's strong on the battlefield, but I needed a siege attacker. Yeah, god damn it. Alright, I'm gonna have to do this. I'm gonna have to let Scryer off the hook.
Will Norska receive any
this
DLC
turn.
in Warhammer 3? Probably. It seems likely.
And I could come around. I shouldn't go through that way, I think. If I stand right here, I won't take attrition.
Loremaster to the rescue?
Suck if they-
I don't think I'm going to make it in time.
Oh god, no.
The thing I can do to be the most helpful, I think, is to cut off the Skaven Empire.
I could maybe beat that.
Like, if I can take out
'Cause I
Oxial,
got Croak.
I think it'll help. Do I think the
Alright, well, I
Kurgan
gotta
and Hung
send
are
him
possible
back over
race
here
packs?
now.
No, they'll be mixed with Norska. If they do those two, they will absolutely mix them with Norska. Because they're
And this guy,
they're very
I think
similar.
I might have to use him as a sacrifice to try to get this army to stay away from.
yeah. I want a Famir
If
Legendary
I
Lord,
put
dude.
This guy.
Give me a
here-
Famir Matriarch Legendary Lord.
Hang on. If I put him about here, they'll probably attack him because it's open. But we're
What time is it? Okay, we're doing good on time.
and public order here is terrible.
Yeah, they could do
Gotta
Igil
get these settlements
Steersborn.
walled up as quickly as I can.
For Magic the Gathering, the Magic the Gathering event is for 40k only.
Can't get them over there. Yeah, if I stand here and they attack me, I'll go back across the river so I won't get killed. I'll definitely lose. Unless they don't ambush me. So if I use Astromancy stance, I shouldn't get ambushed.
Bonjour! Excuse me. Sile the Faithless? Yes, Sile would be kind of neat.
See how that goes. Smells like Throg's Hog did $2 super chat. If there's any nudity DLC, I compel you to play Throg.
Somehow I don't think that's what they would be doing with that DLC. But, you know.
Whoa, that is some distortion. Sorry. I got distorted really badly. Whoa, this is gonna be a rough end turn.
Where am I hiding the Norskin update? Up my
Okay,
butt.
I'll see if I can get a defensive alliance with Nakai. That way, if they declare war on me, at least I'll get him to come and join.
Do I think Jade Vampires and the Geisha looking
Which
ones
will
will get their
deter
time
him
to shine in
from, I
Warhammer
hope,
3?
declaring
No.
war.
Not unless they're
That trade
part of
agreement, that sounds
Cathay's
good.
roster, no. How much longer am I going to stream today? Probably another 2 hours-ish. Unless Legend has to leave first.
This could be a really rough end turn.
But I'm definitely going to stream later today as well. The nice thing about doing a co-op stream like this is I don't have to talk as much.
I need to recruit a lord at oh my god, I can't afford to recruit more lords. See, if they make their way over here, I'll just be chasing them up this way. They could go to Kritax, which that's only a tier 2 settlement. If they go... God damn, this army's such a pain.
Do I think the pre-order will be playable in Total War Warhammer 2? Yes. Maybe.
Alright, if I recruit, let me just see what's available here. I'm not going to make any money over this turn. It's not too bad. It's only 2%, I guess.
How many Skaven
Alright.
do you need to throw in the snake pit to get a Troglodon in the game?
Fingers crossed
A
over the center. It's
million.
gonna suck. How's co-op working? I seem to be getting the worst of everything.
Oh yeah,
So it
My-
got it all
it is.
crazy down here.
It is breezy, easy peasy down here. There's
Dealing with
nothing
all
going
of
on.
the Skaven forces. He's dealing with none of them.
New masters, welcome.
So take his mute. No, I can hear
No, I
him.
wasn't
If can
muted.
hear him,
I was I was speaking without my chat button downs because Legend was talking and I was answering just some random questions in chat. So, you know, it's fine. It was intentional.
Sorry.
Yeah, I will be sieging Oaksiel next turn. We do have rebels coming up here soon, so let's get a Slon ready to go. How many more sacrifices do I need? One more.
If I really want to, this is a big dick move. I could declare war on Lockyer Felheart. That would probably cause you some headache, but I don't want to do that.
You could, but I am marching north to help.
I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that.
Trying.
Just say, if I wanted to be a dick, I could do that.
It's true. Trying to get one of the good followers.
I think we're okay. It's just I've got a lot of territory to hold with some really crap armies. Luther Harkon was really not where I was hoping he would be.
Man. I really wish they would fix it where you could put the sacrificial followers on heroes. I really don't like that they have it where only lords can have them. Super dumb. We don't need this
And then
right
this
now.
small army here is strong enough to defeat our garrisons, so I've just got to get them walled up. Once they're walled up, they'll be able to handle that. But it's still early.
Southern Sentinels are absolutely going to rebel and blow up, so I'm not going
Just
to worry
have to
about
be
it.
super aggressive against them.
Do you need money or are you good on money?
Money's not so much the problem, it's just like I'm being attacked from everywhere.
Okay. Can I get... Oh, I can get another chief. Local armies.
Alright, let's see here. It all just depends on whether Luther Harkon declares war on me. Alright, what's... Alright, yeah, that's fine. We're never going to do anything here. Oh, they just sacked? Okay. Oh, they... Despite the fact I was in Astromancy, ambush defense chance plus 50%, they still managed to do it. Now, this is okay because they went in the wrong direction. So what we need to do here is fight the battle manually so that we don't get wiped out. And just expect the loss, but at least they've gone in the wrong direction. That's the most important thing here.
We're playing on Legendary, Mr. Mota.
So this is probably not the best case scenario. But as long as this dude here doesn't die, it doesn't really matter.
Just play the game as to anyone what a cancerous starting position that guy has. His starting position isn't horrible. It's not great. It's certainly not great. It's more that his campaign systems have a lot of problems.
Who's that?
Tehenowin.
No, I'd actually say it's the other way around. His faction is the strongest Lizardman faction, but his start position is awful. That's what I'd say. Tehenowin's sorry, Cult of Sotek is by far the strongest Lizardman faction.
Really? You think so?
I know so.
Maybe my playstyle is just different. I don't know. I do not like his faction very much. Like, I like him.
Do you like building things for free?
Depends on what the
That's
building
pretty
is.
powerful. Well, everything. He can build anything for free. Only Cult of Sotek can do that.
How are you getting free buildings?
If you get the sacrifice for the followers, you can get something that increases your... Sorry, it reduces construction cost by 15%.
Oh, one of the unique
faction-wide.
followers. Okay.
Yeah, it's unique. It's not unique. You can get it multiple times. So you get it a few times.
Well, no, I mean unique to his faction.
Yeah, it's unique to his faction. And then there's also the Little Bottle Spawn Brother, which can attach to any hero except for Oh, I've got this. Any hero except for a Skink Chief, which can reduce your upkeep cost by 20% for that Lord's army. Which, yeah, that's pretty powerful. Alright, in this situation here, I'd love to get a good Comet of Cassandora off, actually.
Oh, he's got the...
Just need them to crowd around.
You got the Ghost Skink. Nice. I don't know why he moved. Okay. You got a pretty okay hit.
Didn't do that much.
That wasn't the best comment I've ever seen.
Get another chance in a few seconds. As long as he doesn't rout within 38 seconds, which kind of looks like he will. That's going to be bloody useless against them. 27 seconds.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I do agree with him in the sense that I guess if you maximize cheese, the Cult of Sotek is the best.
Just hold on for a
but
few more seconds.
I think the gameplay is absolutely horrible with the Cult of Sotek for most players. I think he has the worst campaign by next to only Nakai. Nakai's the only one with the worst campaign. You got enough for one more comment?
Much damage to them that we can before he decays completely. Oh, that's a nice one. Good stuff. Alright, now we can go. We wait until we got 30 wins of magic again before we bring another one back. So they can get 2 in. Alright, Croxagore Ancient versus Stormvermin Sword and Shield. Should be okay. Against that? I'm not sure.
How's he already
Like,
winded?
if it was the other way around, I was the Skaven.
Oh, they're probably also
the Croxagore would definitely win. But, you know, legendary difficulty.
Nakai's a guilty pleasure. Nakai himself is fine. It's his campaign design that's really wonky. The issue with
Wind Blast? No, Wind Blast is terrible against Storm Vermin. It's only good against light troops. That's why I was using Comet of Cassandora.
Yeah, the Overcast version has some okay AP, but even then it's kind of... I think they, if I remember right, they tuned it down because the multiplayer community really did not like how OP Wind Blast was in multiplayer.
Multiplayer ruining it for single player, as always.
It is a classic dynamic.
Quick, appease us! 10% of the community. Appease us over the 90%. Yeah, whatever it is. Try and recover a little bit of fatigue if possible.
Do I think combat-oriented followers should show in battle? No, I mean, that's basically what heroes are. I mean, if you did that sounds like a lot of extra work for very little payoff. Which you have to remember, like, as cool as it would be for every single possible idea we could think of to be in the game, it has to come from somewhere. Like, there are resources and there are limited resources and limited time frames that anything that gets put into the game has to take away from. So something like that would maybe be cool in theory, but it's not something I think that would be feasible or interesting, given that it would be taking away from something else.
Yeah, we'll be able to get 2 of these off.
Alright, Dr. Mystic Ironlog, be careful, dude. Make sure you take breaks.
Smashing up the halberd specifically, that's good. Good if they would cast a spell on us. Decent amount of damage there.
I love Comet. Such a fun spell.
I'm warming up to it. Ah, shit.
I wish it was a little stronger, given how expensive it is and how long it takes to cast. From like cast to impact, but it is very satisfying. When it hits. If it hits. Tarmakon versus Glotkin, like in a fight, the Glotkin would absolutely beat the shit out of Tarmakon.
Come on, hold on for 5 more seconds.
I think
No, not
Tarmakon's
5 more seconds. 10 more seconds.
I think Tarmakon's a more interesting character, though.
Come on, you're technically winning in combat. Don't just hold on for 3 more seconds. It's gonna be a good combat to Cassandra here.
Hello.
Alright, it should cast even if he breaks now.
Chloe, you're fine. Hey. Hey. Hey.
No.
Hey. Chloe. Quiet. You're fine.
Battle's going very badly for them. There's no way we'll win, but we've thinned them out considerably.
Yeah, I love the Skin Ghost. He does a great job. Have a good one, Hugh.
Come on, Slowpoke, you can get out of there.
Give us the dog. She's in the other room.
How are we getting outrun by Skaven here?
Magic.
Do units on very high battle difficulty get extra speed? I mean the enemy units then, of course. No, they don't. No. No, they get extra melee attack, melee defense, reload time reduction, which is...
Do they get extra vigor?
I think so, but I'm not sure. And they get extra weapon strength.
I would show you guys Chloe, but she's barking from the other room. She's not in this room. She's in a different room.
See, if I can thin them out enough, then I don't even need an army to take them out. Any garrison that they go up against will lose. They'll lose against. So every kill matters.
Oh, you didn't do a big downhill charge.
Definitely want to make use of that charge bonus.
Does Joseph Bugman have an arch nemesis? I don't remember if there is a credited, like, Goblin Lord or Greenskin Lord for burning down his brewery. If there is, it would be that guy.
How are they outrunning you? The enemy units get a bit of a speed boost when they're like charging, so they're kind of like charging at us. That was what's going on there. Alright, if we can just get them to break.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Git Guzzler burned it down. And Git Guzzler is more of a rival for Grom than anybody else. That guy.
Yeah, that's not do anything.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't.
So it takes viewers. I just want to take out this one unit and then I'll withdraw.
I know. Yeah, it's fine. we're doing just fine and dandy over here.
Yeah,
so
I know. 2-hour battles is unacceptable, I know.
Legend, did you see the, have you seen the Chaos Rising thing? The live-action Warhammer?
Yeah, I don't really care that much about live-action stuff, like fan-made stuff, but that does look really cool. Got high production value.
I just hope it's fun. That's all that really matters.
Yeah. It does look cool. I hope it goes well for them.
Well, they've gotten a shitload of money, I can tell you that.
Yeah, well, I've seen loads of these sort of productions pop up over the years, and it's usually something goes
the
wrong.
finances
So
means absolutely nothing.
I hope
But
it goes best for them, but... Well, I remember there was like, I used to follow the Dragon Ball community, and there used to be so many like, hey, we're gonna make a live-action movie of this, and here's our GoFundMe, and then the movie just never got made. And I was like, ah. You know, you just sort of lose interest in those sort of productions after a while.
yeah, I do not blame that at all. That makes perfect sense. Screech Vermin King versus Nakari. That'd be a pretty even fight, all things considered. I think Nakari would probably beat Screech. But it would be a pretty damn close matchup.
What unit is this? Oh, okay, it's just Skaven slaves.
Have I met Lionheart? not in person. I've spoken to him before, but I've never met him.
I have.
But I also, like, I think in the grand scheme of Total War, I have not really been around a lot of the Total War community for a very long time.
Yeah, I wasn't aware of you at all until Total War Warhammer.
Yeah, well, I didn't exist until Total War Warhammer.
That would make sense then.
Yeah.
It's gonna stand and fight now.
You got that unit down. Close to it, anyway.
Not too bad. A close defeat, considering we had one unit. I'm not unhappy with that. They lost nearly half their army. Have I met Prince of Macedon? No.
Do I think CA will expand on the new anti-terror rule or will be exclusive to Rakarth? I could see Rakarth maybe being an experiment. But ultimately I imagine it'll be a gimmick for Rakarth unless some other character gets a similar item. But I don't think you'll see it becoming like a wide mechanic. Stripping terror, I don't know how strong it's going to be like in single player, so I could see it not getting a ton of focus. And in multiplayer it has the potential to be really, really strong. But in single player, stripping terror is like, it's alright. You know, when you're dealing with 20 sacks, giving one terror-causing entity the ability to be terrified itself is okay, but it's not like gonna turn a battle a lot of the time. Though the idea of terrifying a Dreadsaurian does sound pretty fun.
The turn went alright for us. Turn went alright. Because I'll be able to take out that army now, so this guy here can go. Good job. And this guy here can go. Good job for you. And that saves me a lot of money. And then this army here can be easily finished off now. I don't know why they force marched over here, but maybe they just felt like they were going to get wrecked anyway. For some reason, they decided to sack the crap out of Altar of the Horned Rat. It makes no sense for me to repair it. They can either occupy it or blow it up. I don't care. What?
Oh, Khan Mange is dead. That's nice.
That can't be correct.
The Palace of Power is just like, no chance.
You underestimate my skinkiness.
You've probably got like 12 javelins per rat.
Your guy got 130 kills, but the Skavenish 460 losses. Yeah, that's because we summoned a skink priest, and that's where all the kills came in. We were using Common of Cassandora.
Where is the wild one in Athel Loren? It is the southeastern, like the most southeastern part of Athel Loren.
Oh look, they have the high ground. They're underestimating my power.
Just don't do a triple flip over their heads and you should be alright.
Yeah. Well, why not?
Because for some magical reason it doesn't end well.
I don't believe you.
Do I think Cathay will get... I think Cathay will get an army book in Warhammer the Old World. I wouldn't expect to see any novels or anything about them, though, until then. Like, Games Workshop is definitely taking advantage of Total War's popularity to release new races and bringing back Warhammer and everything. But I wouldn't expect them to, like, release Black Library stuff around Total War stuff. I would expect it to be purely revolving around the tabletop. Did Rakarth and Emmerich ever meet? I don't know. I don't think so. I mean, Rakarth presumably has participated in the invasions of Ulthuan at least a couple times, but I'm not exactly sure what his full timeline is. I need to do some research on him because the books that I own don't have him in it. I have to get older books.
Easily matched my ass. I need to get up that grace here.
It's not magic, it's the Force. Bullshit, those are the same thing.
Get out of there. Good. Same victories in our grasp. There you go. Look at that. Skinks beating Storm Vermin. I would never have relied on... what's it called? Saurus Warriors to do that. In this context.
Yeah, especially against Storm Vermin. Saurus struggle with that matchup. You hate Warp Lightning? I do too. Warp Lightning is a super obnoxious spell. Especially when the AI has it. It's like one of the only spells the AI knows how to use.
I was just about to say that. Yep. You took the words right out of my mouth. Stealing them. But yeah, that's completely correct. You know, there's so many spells that they just get wrong. Like,
how old am I? I am 29.
With, Chillwind. Constantly casting it on his own units.
I mean, how dare you ask
So,
my
yeah,
age
they've
or
been
something?
very good with Warp Lightning. Do you watch Illich TV? Maybe would you like to go with Illich? I don't really watch a lot of Twitch, but when I was on Twitch, I used to watch Illich all the time, for sure. Illich is good. Really, really good.
Oh, shoot! I forgot. After this battle, I gotta go. At least for like 30 minutes. I forgot. I have to take Chloe to the vet.
Okay, it's fine. We'll just do the Vampire Curse campaign while that's going on. That's fine.
My phone just went off with an alarm, and I'm like, who's calling me? And it's like, Chloe has rabies shots in 15 minutes. It's like, oh shit!
Yeah, okay, that's fair enough.
But, if you're down for it, I would be more than happy to keep hitting up this campaign, at least every day this week. Or most days this week. As opposed to once per month.
I can't do Wednesday. Wednesday I'll be doing, Rakath.
Okay, well I could do... Oh, right. Then...
So we can do it tomorrow.
Yeah. Every day that we're not doing Rakarth days.
Like, I'm only not even halfway through my day, so if you get back within, like, an hour, we can keep going.
Okay, I don't know. It should just be shots, like, quick in and out, and that should be it. So, I will not be gone long.
Okay. Shots with the dog, no worries. Didn't know there were bars. Oh my god, I'm so lame. No, I'm not gonna stop that. Yeah. Alright. Next turn should be the end of Clan Scryer.
I will let you wrap things up, save, and exit us out. But chat, I'm going to go ahead and turn off the stream. So
Alright, well then, I'm just at the end of my turn here. Let's just do this, and that as soon as I hit end turn, it should save.
Okay, great. And I will be back in somewhere between 30 minutes to an hour. Yeah, it's saved.
Alright, cool. Alright, well, we'll catch you later then. And if you're back in half an hour, then we can easily just continue it then.
Yep, sounds good. I'll see you then.
I will play Vampire Coast. No worries. I'll catch you later.
Alright, see you, dude. Alright, chat. Here, I can actually chat with y'all while I'm putting on shoes. Yeah, I totally forgot. Her appointment starts in like 8 minutes. Ugh. So, I'll catch you guys later. It should be quick in and out. She's just due for her shots. It's just, it's just that time.